everybody, welcome back. Welcome to day 2 of Cookmas, which is my Christmas series on my channel, where I'm uploading a Christmas themed video every single day from Monday to Friday. So today I am trying out one of Tanya Burr'S recipes. If you don't know who Tanya Burr'S is, she is a very popular beauty guru on YouTube, and I love her videos so much, and she came up with a cookbook, I think a couple years ago, and I actually haven't, Facebook notifications, sorry, I haven't tried anything from it, so I thought that it would be the perfect time to try out a Christmas recipe from her book. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know that this video has a giveaway like every video in or during Cookmas, so make sure to watch it till the very end of the video because you need to include a special emoji in your entry or else your entry won't count, so you need to watch the whole video. And I'm also writing Christmas cards, so if you guys would like a Christmas card from me and from my puppies, send an email to this email on the screen or DM me on Instagram and I will write you a Christmas card. I thought that would be really fun to do this year. Anyway, today we are making Tanya Burr'S Festive Yule Log recipe. So I'm actually not sure if she has a video on this or if it's just in the cookbook, but I went out of the cookbook for reference. So if you would like this book, I'll have it linked in the description box down below. Alright, so first, before we get into the steps, Tanya lives in the UK, so all of the measurements in the cookbook are imperial. So if you are from, I guess, North America, this will be the easiest for you to understand. Actually, when I was writing my cookbook, if you guys don't know my cookbook code, below. This is not meant to be a promo for that, but anyways, my publisher told me to include both imperial and I forget the other term, oh my god, but like cups and tablespoons and that kind of measurement, but basically the way that we do it in North America, so that everybody can understand it. That being said, I don't do that on my channel. So yeah, if you'd like me to include both different ways of measuring, let me know in the comments down below and I can start doing that. But since she didn't do it in her book, I have translated it for you guys. So the translations or the conversions are all in the description box if you want them. But yeah, anyways, first things first, she says to whisk 4 eggs and some golden castor sugar together until it's light and fluffy. So golden castor sugar, you can also use brown sugar if you don't know what golden castor sugar is. I don't think we have it in North America, so that's like a good substitute. And usually when you're beating eggs, you say until like stiff or soft peaks, or I don't know, I've never seen light and fluffy referred to for eggs, so I don't know exactly how long to beat them, but I think I did it right. They're very airy and they kind of like doubled in size and look quite foamy and pale. And then she says to sift 60 grams of self-raising flour and 50 grams of cocoa powder into the eggs and mix until smooth and combined. So self-raising flour, we don't even have that in Canada. So what I've done, instead of self-raising flour, I use some regular all-purpose flour and some baking powder and a pinch of salt. And that is the equivalent if you don't have self-raising flour. And then I just sifted that into the bowl. And she says mix until it's smooth and combined, but because I think she wanted us to lightly, let's like beat the eggs until they're light and fluffy in the previous step, if you mix it with the same electric mixer, it's gonna kill or it's gonna remove any of the air, which you don't want. So what I'd recommend is using like a spatula and gently fold it using the motion that you can see me folding in the video, and that will maintain the airiness of the batter and it won't kind of just make it flat and gross. And then next she says to pour it into a Swiss roll tin that's lined with parchment paper and bake for about 8 to 10 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or she did list the conversions here, so it's 200 Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, or GM6. I don't know what that is. Oh, gas mark 6, I think that's in the UK. And then I didn't read the next step, so I let mine cool completely, but after reading the whole recipe, which I probably should have done first, you want to do the next step when it's warm. So you want to turn the cake out onto a clean piece of a greaseproof paper, which is also parchment paper, and unpeel the paper from its bottom. And then score a shallow line 2 centimeters from the bottom of the sponge, taking care not to cut all the way through. It was tricky to know which end was the bottom, but I figured that that was probably the longer end, so that's what I did. Then she said to roll up the cake tightly, starting from the scored bottom, and leave it to cool completely in this position. So I kept it wrapped in the parchment paper, which I don't know if that was a good idea or not, because it kind of stuck to like the outside of the cake, and it made it tricky to unroll. So I'm not sure what she would recommend, or if you should be like flouring it first. I'm not exactly sure. Then next, while it's cooling, she wants us to make the ganache. So we're pouring 250 mils of double cream. So I use 1 cup of whipping cream, which, oh, do I have it here? No, I think it's like 40% cream. So not heavy cream, like the fattier kind, 35% whipping cream. So we're pouring it into a pot until it starts to simmer. And then we're removing it from the heat. And she said to add some chopped dark chocolate. So I hate chopping chocolate. It's like a pet peeve. I don't know. Comment down below. Do you feel the same way? It's such a weird thing to hate doing. I feel like it just gets everywhere, and I have dogs, so I'm worried about like chopping the chocolate and then having a piece falling on the ground, and then they eat it and they get sick, and it's just like, ugh. So, I melt my chocolate whenever I'm making ganache. I melt it in the microwave for 30-second intervals, like stirring at each interval until it's melted, and then I add the cream, and nothing changes. It's just as good, and then I don't have to like dirty a cutting board and chop chocolate and like break my elbow during it. Like, no. So again, we're pouring the cream into 250 grams of dark chocolate, which is also 9 ounces of chocolate if you prefer the ounce measurement. And sometimes I find that with dark chocolate, when I use the Lindt Excellence chocolate, sometimes it's like that's like my favorite kind of chocolate. The oil like separates from the chocolate, and it can get really, really lumpy. So instead of dark chocolate, I use semisweet. You can find it in the baking outlet of your grocery store, and I prefer that for ganache because it's much more stable. Tastes just as good, but you don't have like this really weird thing of oil on top, and then it doesn't get lumpy, and like there's no stress involved, which I appreciate. Then once everything is mixed together, she says to leave it to cool completely. So I popped it into the fridge for like half an hour, and at that point it wasn't cold, it had just like thickened up a little bit, and that's important because we're using it to spread on top of the cake, so you do want it to be a little bit thicker when you're at that stage. And then she says for the filling, whip the double cream to soft peaks, but in the ingredients it doesn't say which double cream, like it doesn't list double cream twice, it only lists it once, and it says, when it lists it, it says it's for the ganache. I keep looking and I feel like I'm overlooking it, but I can't find it. So I don't know how much double cream she wanted us to use. I just used a cup. I think if you're making it, do like 1.5 cups or 2 cups just to have some left over. I think I could have used a little bit more, but I just beat it with an electric mixer until soft peaks formed. And I also added a couple drops of vanilla extract and peppermint extract. It doesn't say to do that in the book, but especially if you're used to whipped cream in a can, that one's sweetened and like regular cream isn't. So the flavor can be, okay, jarring is like a bit of a stretch, but adding a touch of vanilla, and I added peppermint because I like peppermint and chocolate, it softens it a little bit and it makes it taste not like sweeter, but it's a smoother flavor than just whipping straight cream. Totally up to you, but I think that's like a cool little tip if you're interested. You can also add a couple tablespoons of icing sugar or confectioner's sugar, same thing. If you want to sweeten it a little bit, that's a good trick too. Then she says to unroll the sponge carefully and spread the cream over it evenly. So this sponge is so delicate. It's very, very good, but it's so delicate. So as you can see, I was trying to be super careful not to break it, which I don't even know if I succeeded in doing. I'm not sure. Then she says to carefully roll the sponge up again as tightly as possible and rest with the crease at the bottom. And so doing that just makes it so that it's nice and round, and the crease isn't just like sticking out the side. Then we are going to spread the ganache over the roll with a palette knife, and that's the knife I'm using in the video. That will be linked in the description box below if you want to pick it up. Really handy for any kind of cake decorating. So if you're doing a lot of baking for the holidays and it involves this motion, get the knife, it will save your life, I promise. That rhymed. And then we're gonna get a fork and make lines in the ganache to make it resemble bark, like tree bark, which I think is so cute. And then I sprinkled some icing sugar on top, and she says you can put like chocolate shavings or a few sprigs of holly, but I decided to do this last minute, so I didn't have those. But yeah, we are done. So what do you guys think? Have you tried this recipe out? Let me know in the comments down below if you tried it out and how it turned out for you. I want to tell her that it's missing the second version or the second quantity of double cream, but I mean, yeah. Use 1.5 cups of double cream and you should be fine, or whipping cream and you should be fine. But yeah, so now it is time to taste it. I haven't really tasted any of my videos on camera, If you'd like me to do it, let me know. But here, I'm holding like the entire plate. I like it. The cake is very, very light, which is really nice. The ganache is quite rich, so it really balances out nicely with the whipped cream filling and the cake, because the cake, I can't speak today. The cake is very, very airy and light. But yeah, it's actually pretty quick to put together too. I'm really impressed. When I was flipping through her cookbook, something that really stood out to me is that her recipes seem very manageable. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I deal with anxiety, and even though I cook like pretty much every day, like this is my job, when I'm looking at recipes, sometimes they stress me out and I'm just like, oh, even though I know I can do it, I feel anxious about it. But when I was flipping through her book, everything looked super, super simple, and the way it was like, they have something about her recipes, just make them feel achievable, and like doing them wouldn't be super, super hard. I'm sure there's better ways of wording this than I'm wording them right now. But yeah, so that was kind of refreshing, because normally, even if I know what I'm doing, baking sometimes stresses me out. So yeah, it was really, really nice. I think the photography in the book is really pretty as well. This is the close-up version. I'm going to list the ingredients down below, not the method, because I don't know what kind of copyright, I don't know how to deal with that, if I'm allowed to put the whole recipe below or not. So I'm going to put the ingredients, and I've said the recipe in the video, but if you want the whole recipe, I'll link the book below. But yeah, if there are any other recipes in here that you would like me to try out, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If there are other YouTubers whose recipes you want me to try, let me know. I love to bake, and I've gotten quite picky about what a good recipe is over the years, since it's like become my job. So if you want me to evaluate or like do little like reviews or things of recipes, I can definitely do that. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Now on to the giveaway, the best part of the video. So let me go grab it. What am I doing? Okay. So this is Wilton's Ultimate Decorating Set. So the reason why I got this, it's huge, really big and heavy. Oh god. Okay, but yeah, the reason why I got this is because I know I use so many different tools and little things on my channel all the time whenever I'm making my recipes. So I thought it'd be really cool to give one of you guys a bunch of things, of baking equipment, so that you can make whatever I'm making, and you don't have to like run to the store every time you see a new video because I'm using like a different tool or something. So this comes with like pretty much everything you are ever going to need, and it's in like a nice little clean container too. I'm not going to take it out of the box because I don't want to ruin it for you. But what does it come with? You get 4 spatulas, like the spatula I was using in the video, that one, the angled spatula. You get 4 of those, 18 piping tips, like 62 piping bags, bag ties to tie the end of the piping bag with, so many different little things, a lot of things to use with fondant if you like using fondant. But yeah, so this will really, really help you out and get you ahead of the game. Sorry, my phone is like the loudest thing. There are 263 pieces in here, so I'm really excited for one of you guys to win it. You'll also get one of my cookbooks, which is a unicorn food. It is a rainbow food recipe. It's full with rainbow recipes. And you will also be getting a Panko Bunny tote bag, photo is here, as well as a box of 4 truffles from my online chocolate shop. So I'm flooding you with Panko Bunny merch, as well as today baking goodies. So if you want to enter, all the giveaway details are in the description box down below. And in your entry, you must include the Christmas tree emoji, which is this one. If you don't include it, your giveaway won't be counted, so that I can make sure that those of you who are watching to the end of the video get the prize, instead of people just like clicking a random video because it says giveaway. I want you guys to be rewarded for your hard work. If you missed yesterday's video, I have a giveaway going on in that one too. And every giveaway in each video this month runs until December 26th. So if you missed a video this month, make sure to go back and watch it so that you can see what's for the giveaway, because like you can enter into every giveaway as many times as you like. So anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. Again, if you want a Christmas card as well, send me an email to this email on the screen or DM me on Instagram and I'll write you a Christmas card and send it to you. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow for an all-new video.